On a Saturday afternoon in October 2022, officers from the Santa Fe Police Department found 21-year-old Grace Jennings stabbed to death by a large sword in the garage of a house on Jaguar Drive.
It looks clear. He's right here by the door.
Grace did not live in the home where she was found. She had only arrived the night before, offered an ostensibly safe place to stay the night by someone claiming to be her friend. Following the horrific discovery, 2 suspects were detained and questioned, each offering a different story.
Well, I'm partially hopeful for her to be dead, but I'm also, confused.
I'm scared right now.
What are you scared of?
Of what just happened.
Eventually, the truth came out, though no one was prepared for just how strange that truth would be. Hi there, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Just Thought Lounge. Today's case is really odd. The investigation unraveled on scene and through interviews rapidly, despite a collection of confusing and bizarre details. Was this a murder motivated by a love triangle, anger over a breakup, outright insanity? Or was there something more intricate and unpredictable at work under the surface? Let's take a look. At just before 2 p.m. on Saturday, October 29th, 2022, officers from the Santa Fe PD were dispatched to a home on Jaguar Drive. An emergency call had been placed by a woman who claimed that her son had just witnessed a murder at the property. Gathering at the front of the house, they then made their way along the left side of the house through a wooden gate. Officer Alvarado approached the backyard first and spotted a young blonde woman in a black t-shirt and pajama bottoms walk from the detached garage and into the back door of the main house.
Huh? Primo walked in.
Who?
Kick it in.
A red substance, appearing to be blood, was visible on the door handle.
There's blood on the door.
Kick the door. I got you.
Alvarado began to kick in the door.
Back up.
Back up!
What's going on? Who called? What? So someone was getting killed in here.
One of the girlfriends in the garage. That's where she.
Where's the garage?
Right there. Come on here. Come on here. Both of you, come on here.
I'm sorry.
Emerging from the house was the homeowner, Lanny McCulley, followed shortly after by her 19-year-old daughter, Kiara. It was Kiara who had entered through the back door just as police arrived.
Someone just called that someone just got... Step over here. Step over here. Someone just got stabbed inside that garage.
Leave the cars in the those cats in there.
Lanny provided a key to the locked garage.
Santa Fe Police, anyone
Inside, amongst a floor covered in trash, officers discovered the lifeless body of a young woman. A 3-foot-long sword, blood covering the blade, rested just inside the door. Also inside the garage was a dagger and a butterfly knife. The officers were unable to gain access to the garage from the large, apparently broken door on the other side of the building.
It looks clear. He's right here by the door.
He's right in there?
There's way too much trash. Unless we can open that back door. That garage. Can we open the garage from that side?
Medics arriving moments later had to push their way through the smaller entrance to reach the victim, though she showed no signs of life.
I have cats. I have to. They can't get out of
Unfortunately,
the
ma'am,
house.
but this is an active investigation, okay?
Can
So
I
nobody's
block
going back
the
in the
door
house.
somehow?
No,
No.
this is a crime scene at this point.
How's my house a fucking crime scene?
There's a deceased
There's a
person
dead
in your
body in the
garage.
garage.
That's why it's a crime
There's
scene.
a body in there?
Yes.
A dead body in your
Stand
garage.
up for me. Walk this way.
What the fuck?
Go ahead and come here with me now. Who is she? You know who she is?
I don't know who was in there. Is she?
Check it more.
Kiara said that her friend Grace was her
Grace?
ex-friend.
Let
There was
me-
a gal by the name of Grace there last night.
There's a purse that was right in the...
Grace, what is her last name? Jennings. She's tall, skinny, black girl. That helps you guys. Oh, I don't want the kitty out there. Sweetie, Voodoo, please go back in the house.
The woman discovered on the garage floor was in fact identified as 21-year-old Grace Jennings. She appeared to have been stabbed multiple times. One of her ears had been removed. The medical examiner would later conclude that her injuries displayed signs of an attempted decapitation.
Who lives in this house?
I do.
You do? Who else?
My daughter and Isaac are the doctor.
Isaac lives in here?
Isaac and Kiara mostly stay in here. I mean, they both come in and go.
Isaac and Kiara are...
Together-ish. I don't understand their relationship entirely. They were engaged to get married at one point, so I count him kind of as my son-in-law.
As Kiara was handcuffed and escorted to the police cruiser, officers noted cuts and bandages across her hands. Kiara would later state that these were from earlier that morning when she attempted to make herself something to eat and picked up the knife wrong. After Kiara was secured, officers made their way over to a local cell phone shop where they expected to find the third resident of the house on Jaguar Drive, 25-year-old Isaac Apodaca. His mother, Linda Montoya, had placed the 911 call leading police to Grace's body. She reported that her son was waiting at the shops for police to arrive.
Here, come over here. You good? Come here. You don't have any knives, any weapons on you?
No.
No?
Put the phone down.
Just put it down for now. Just put it down. You're not in trouble, bro. Gotta make sure you don't have any weapons, okay? Here, put your hands up right here. Right here. I get it. It's good, bro. Here, for now, bro, just because it looks like your girlfriend or whoever's in there is really injured. So for now, we're gonna put you under detention, okay, until we can figure this out. You're not under arrest.
Okay.
Isaac was escorted to a police cruiser. The owner of the cell phone shop overheard the phone conversation between Isaac and his mother, which had prompted the call to 911.
What happened when he got here? Like, could you just kind of tell me what's going on?
He just came in, kind of shook up, kind of like even grabbing to the things.
Okay, like kind of stumbling?
Not really stumbling, but he was just shook up. He couldn't even talk. He couldn't talk to me. I'm like, bro, you're okay? He's like, yeah, I just witnessed something awful. I was like, you okay? Like, he's like, I can't even tell you, but it was awful, and he just couldn't talk and started tearing. I told him, just have a seat, bro. Just relax. Like, you don't have to tell me nothing. Just chill. And then I think he was on the phone talking to somebody. And
He came in crying, kind of tearing, shooken up, but he said that he did something bad.
no, he said he didn't. He said he witnessed.
He witnessed something.
He said, I witnessed something awful, and I can't. And then he just kept stuttering. He couldn't even tell me. I kind of overheard when he was on the phone. He said they used, from what I heard, is that he bought a sword for display and they used it against another person.
Okay.
And he believed that they were dead.
Okay.
After speaking with his mother over the phone, Isaac was contacted directly by law enforcement dispatch to confirm the details. To the dispatcher, he restated what he claimed to have witnessed that morning: his sometimes girlfriend, Kiara McCulley, standing over Grace's dead body. "I did it," she allegedly said to him.
So, you said there was a female, because you live in the garage, right?
Yes.
You live in the garage?
Yes.
Okay. And who's in the garage? Who lives with you in the garage? Your girlfriend?
Kiara McCulley.
Okay. So can you tell me, how did this call transpire? How did you call us?
I walked into the garage.
Mm-hmm.
I walked into the garage, and when I walk into the garage, she goes, "Oh, I just did it." And I'm like,
And who was this?
Kiara McCulley.
She told you that?
Very calmly and everything, blood on her hands, and
Okay.
4 years earlier, Lanny McCulley had allowed her daughter's boyfriend turned fiancé, Isaac Apodaca, to move in. At first, the young couple lived in the spare room of the main house, and the family shared the space amicably. Home videos posted online captured happier times, holidays, birthdays, and silliness with their 5 beloved cats.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Isaac. Happy birthday to you.
A deeper look, however, revealed something darker under the surface of the young couple's social media accounts. Kiara used a handful of different names across platforms: Froggy, Sage, and Maze, to name a few. Many of her posts were typical teenage content: vacations, cats, memes that she thought were clever. But some took a stranger turn. On TikTok, in the days before Grace's murder, Kiara posted distorted videos of herself and Isaac with a deep red filter. Their contorted faces overlaid with visual effects and loud, maniacal laughter. In another video, she lip-synced to audio stating,
"Can we all take a moment of fucking silence to acknowledge the fact that despite the bullshit, I have yet to turn into a serial killer?"
There were other signs that something was off with Kiara. An ex-boyfriend reported that she began to refer to herself as an all-powerful witch, that she intended to hex people, that she could levitate, and that she was able to predict the exact date of everyone's death. These delusions, he said, were escalating. The last time this ex-boyfriend encountered her, she threatened him. He said that Kiara was hostile towards him and said that her boyfriend could F him up in a matter of seconds. Kiara must have been referring to Isaac. Online, she referred to Isaac as her ride or die. However, despite outward appearances, there were definitely cracks forming in their relationship. Their 3-year engagement had ended in early April, following an argument that resulted in a trip to the ER, with Kiara sustaining minor injuries. Lanny had thrown Isaac from the house after that, only to have her daughter routinely sneak him back in over the following months. Lanny eventually conceded and allowed Isaac to live there once more. Because they had spent years intending to be married, Lanny had come to view Isaac as a son, and she often referred to him as such. The couple, who maintained an on-again, off-again intimate arrangement, relocated from the house to the detached garage, where they had a bit more space and privacy. There was also drama in other areas of Kiara and Isaac's social life. For example, they each had a history with Grace Jennings. Grace was the reason Kiara and Isaac had met years earlier. At the tender age of 16, Grace had entered into a romantic relationship with a then 20-year-old Isaac Apodaca. It had been short-lived, and the two had apparently remained on good terms. Grace's relationship with Kiara, however, had not ended well. They too had been romantically involved. Beginning in 2016 or 2017, after she had dated Isaac, Kiara and Grace were involved for roughly 11 months. Accounts vary as to what led to the animosity between the two after they split, but what is not disputed is that when the dust settled, Kiara maintained a deep-seated anger towards her ex-girlfriend. Grace had tried everything possible to avoid Kiara as a result.
This girl was my girlfriend at one point, but we became friends afterwards, but this is psychotic. I just gotten out of treatment. I was in there for 8 months, and I went to the mall to go hang out with my sister and, I don't know, just chill. I was enjoying being out and about, and I see one of my homies, and then I see her. Walking around, talking, chatting, whatever. And this chick literally goes, "I shit you fucking not. Did you just get out of jail because you stabbed me and cut me 2 months ago?" Huh? What? And I told this bitch straight up, "No the fuck I didn't. I was in treatment." Like, yes, you did. I have evidence on my arm. I looked at it and it looks like she stabbed herself. On her forearm, her left forearm.
By the autumn of 2022, the two had had very little to do with each other for years. Grace had moved on with her life. On August 22nd, her 21st birthday, Grace became engaged to her boyfriend, a man named Jackson, amongst friends and family. They were living in Albuquerque. Only 3 days before her death, however, the two had a heated argument and parted ways. The first location where Grace went to stay after the breakup was not working out. So she reached out to friends, seeking anyone who could help her find a place to crash. Isaac Apodaca answered the call. Grace could stay with him, he said. Only after she arrived, Grace learned whose home she had been invited to. Isaac Apodaca and Kiara McCulley were placed in separate interview rooms for questioning. Neither was, at that stage, under arrest for the murder of Grace Jennings. Investigators already knew that Grace had arrived at the house only the day before. She had stayed the night in the garage with both Isaac and Kiara. 12 hours after her arrival, she was dead. Isaac told the detective that the three of them slept in the same bed that night. In the morning, he claimed that Kiara had told him he had to move out. She was furious that he had invited Grace to stay. After packing some of his things, he went to the main house to use the restroom. After what he estimated could only have been 2 to 3 minutes, he returned and found Grace dead.
And then I walked him back into the garage. She walks up and goes, "I did it." With a smile on her face, and I looked at the ground and I was like, what do I do now? I'm scared right now.
What are you scared of?
Of what just happened.
It's a lot to take in, I can imagine.
The timeline offered by Isaac was exact. Grace had arrived at 11:32 p.m. the night before, he said.
What time did you guys wake up at? What time did you wake up at?
I woke up at about 7:50.
7:50 a.m.?
Yes.
So at what time did Kiara tell you guys had to leave?
She told us we had to leave at about 8:30.
Okay.
I'm being honest.
It was just before 12 p.m. when he witnessed Kiara's confession.
How long did you use the restroom for?
About 30 seconds. It was quick. Number one.
Okay. What do you mean by number one?
Pee.
Pee. Okay. And then after you peed, you went immediately back to the garage?
Yes.
So around what time would you say that was at?
11:47.
How certain are you about the time?
I'm really certain.
Really certain about the time? Okay.
Detectives believed that the injuries observed on Grace Jennings' body were far too numerous and severe to have been inflicted within the span of only 2 to 3 minutes while Isaac was in the main house, as he claimed. It was far more likely that he had stayed away for a lengthier period of time, or that he had been present in the garage at the time of the murder. Isaac reported that he phoned his mother at noon.
Between when this happened, 12, and I think we got the call a little after 1:30.
Yes.
Kind of an hour and a half gap there. I know you said you called your mom and she quickly called 911, but it doesn't really seem to line up with our timeline, at least from... Can you help make me understand that? Was there a long period of time that you and Kiara were trying to figure out what was going to happen?
There was a long period of time. It was when I was standing on the side of the garage.
Tell me about that.
I was hyperventilating on the side of the garage. I was like...
You've been super truthful this whole time from what I can tell, and we really much appreciate that. I got one more question. I want you to be real truthful with it, as you have been this whole time, okay?
Yes.
At any point, did you think of, or did it cross your mind, or did you start helping Kiara with covering this up at all?
No.
No. At any point, did you help Kiara injure Grace or do anything to Grace?
No.
No.
Kiara McCulley's interview immediately took an unexpected turn when she began to speak with a non-existent person in the room. She then helpfully explained to the detective her self-diagnosis was dissociative identity disorder, a condition previously known as multiple personality disorder. The detective was speaking with Froggy, a persona she described as her stage name. Amongst her personas was someone called Jinx, who she described as the troublemaker. Then there was Abby, who was the protective one, Jess or Jessica, who she had not seen lately, and finally, little Kiara.
I was trying to sleep. If you want blocking memories from me again, God damn it. Sorry.
Who are you talking to?
My best guess is that I have DID, but I'm not 100% certain.
What's DID?
Dissociative identity disorder. One personality that I haven't seen in a long time. Like, I haven't communicated with her. Wow, I'm tired. Her name was Jess.
Jess.
Jessica, but we always called her Jess.
Any other personalities?
There's the little version of me, which actually responds to my biological name, my government name, which is very dangerous for her, and I don't want her to get hurt. None of us do.
She responds to Kiara?
Yeah.
Kiara, or Froggy, told the detective about her past with Grace. She claimed that a video was produced in 2016, when she was 14 years old, that showed her being assaulted by multiple men while Grace stood off to the side of the screen collecting money. Santa Fe police later confirmed that around the time that Kiara claimed this took place, she had in fact reported an incident to police, though the details provided at that time did not match those she claimed to the detective following Grace's murder.
Is she alive or dead?
Grace?
Yeah,
You don't know?
I'm not sure.
What do you think?
Well, I'm partially hopeful for her to be dead, but I'm also, like, confused. I'm
Why would you hope that she's dead?
I'm still angry at her, but I also won't have hope that she'd be better, but it's like this frustrating emotion that I can't seem to pinpoint. She was the first person I ever loved.
Grace was.
And the first person to completely destroy me. So part of me hates her guts. It wants to see her dead. The other part wants to see her get better and see if she'd admit it. Just fix it. It's like I'm split. I don't know what's the better emotion. Fighting between them is really challenging.
Sure.
That's why I didn't want her in my home. It's just like, this is too much.
Yeah, a lot of emotion. You said that part of you would be okay if she was dead, right?
Yeah.
It's honest. I like honest people.
I don't want to lie.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about hurting her or killing her?
I've had a couple dreams like that.
You had a couple dreams like that?
Yeah. Depending on the dream.
So there's several dreams.
Yes.
How many?
I've had like a bunch of murder dreams, if you could call that. About a lot of different people.
Not just Grace.
Yeah. Grace is like the number one, I'm pissed at you.
In an effort to explain her condition, Kiara used a video game analogy. It was as though all of her personalities were connected to the same gaming system, like an Xbox. But at any given point in time, only one of them held the controller. The question was, when Grace Jennings was brutally murdered, who was playing the game?
So who was playing the game last night?
I felt like I was in control for a little while, and then it just kept getting really foggy, like I was being thrown in a wall. God damn, words.
You're in control, meaning Froggy, right? That's what I'm talking to now,
Yes.
Froggy. Okay.
That makes me suck.
Do you think you killed Grace?
I'm not sure.
She is dead. That's the dead person we found in the garage. Do you have any memory of that?
I'm sick of that. Just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Do you think it's possible you killed her?
I'm guessing myself right now, like second guessing, trying to figure out if it was one of them or someone I haven't met yet.
Kiara claimed that an invisible force, which she believed to be the spirit of little Kiara, had held back her arm when she first attempted to stab Grace in her sleep with the dagger.
I had my dagger in my hand, and I kept going, and then just stopped. Like, I felt a little kid's hand hold me back. Like it was Kiara telling me, don't. Because that was also her best friend's sister growing up.
Yeah.
Kiara may have had no recollection of committing the murder, but she did admit to strange visions that she could not explain.
It looked like an ear on my wall.
A what?
An ear on my wall. It was really confusing.
There's an ear on your wall?
Yeah. I think that was part of the dream, though.
Like a human ear?
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
What did it look like?
It looked like one of Grace's, but it had like dagger in it, and the dagger's not that sharp.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
The possibility remained that Kiara, or one of her personalities, was not the only one responsible. Kiara was asked to explain her relationship with Isaac. What role did he play in this? The detective could not have been prepared to make sense of the response he received.
So, there's an organization that Isaac is in charge of. I probably shouldn't be saying this to a guy.
I saw the messages about it. I'm just trying to understand it right now.
Well, it's called Ghost. They're like an underground version of cops in a way, but a little more intense and deadly. And they get rid of people who are in charge of sex trafficking, in charge of anything that has to deal with hurting kids.
I see.
Kiara had joined Isaac's secret organization. She had an initiation tattoo on her arm and another that represented membership in her platoon. If she wanted to advance in the organization, however, she needed to take action. She needed to become a killer vigilante and exact justice upon those they believed deserved it. Isaac had told her if she wanted to level up, she needed to kill Grace Jennings.
He kept trying to tell me, just do it, and you're gonna just kill her. Then you'll get ranked up.
Yeah.
He had me join. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Talking about the black market and Ghost and Bitcoin and the end of the world in 24 days.
There was a number he said, like a number of people he killed?
Yeah.
How many?
40.
40 people?
Supposedly.
It's a big claim.
Yeah.
In Santa Fe? Put this all over.
Probably partially in Roswell. He was in a gang. Or is, but he no longer lives in Roswell. It's confusing.
What gang was he in?
I don't remember the name.
During Isaac's interview, he signed a waiver that gave Santa Fe investigators access to his phone data. When they began to read through his messages, those inviting Grace to stay, and then exchanges with Kiara after her arrival, a twisted plot emerged. Despite Isaac's description of the three of them hanging out that night and sharing the bed to sleep, Grace's messages that morning suggested that she was concerned over whether Kiara even knew she was in the garage. On the morning she was killed, she messaged Isaac, "Why is she kicking you out? And does she know I'm here?" More disturbing were the messages exchanged between Kiara and Isaac throughout that night as Grace slept. These messages, exchanged on Facebook, appeared to show the two planning the murder and discussing the subsequent cleanup. Detectives read through Isaac's correspondence with him in the interview room. In this way, he was able to provide context to the conversations in real time. He claimed that only some of the messages sent from his device had been written by him. The most incriminating ones, he said, were sent from his other phone. Kiara must have been holding a conversation with herself using this other device, he claimed.
Yeah, why don't you pop off my little firecracker? What would you like me to do? Stab her? I don't know. I don't have the energy to do shit.
I don't know. That's not me.
That's not you?
That's not me.
Who is it?
That's the other phone that's been... They were being used to message back and forth.
Isaac, this is getting really weird, man.
I have a second phone.
You have a second phone?
Yes.
Where is that phone?
That's at the house.
Okay.
It is logged into the same Facebook account.
Okay. I don't know, man. These messages look a lot like there's some conspiring going on, some planning going on.
The detective then read through an exchange that took place as they prepared for bed, and then after they believed Grace had fallen asleep. Kiara had likely joined them in the garage at that time.
Dagger because it's blunt? What does that mean? Why are you telling her dagger because it's blunt?
She asked me a question in the room, like, what is the difference between the dagger and the sword?
Okay.
And I messaged dagger because it's...
Why is blunt better? She says you say it cuts like butter. She says just gonna stab the throat. Is that what she's trying to say?
The thought.
Just gonna stab the thought. Yes. Instant or will it take long? What does she mean? Instant. What do we do about the mess? What do we do about the mess? What mess? We burn it and I'll buy new blankets and bed. What's going on here, Isaac?
I was talking to her and...
What mess?
She was talking about... She said was gonna stab the thought. And I thought like, like she was poking the thought that was in her head about her dagger.
Okay, well, what about the mess? What mess?
She had made a mess in the bed.
What kind of mess?
A poop kind of mess.
A poop kind of mess?
Yes.
We burn it and I'll buy new blankets and bed?
Yeah.
But until we can, I love these sheets and my favorite fuzzy blanket is here. I know. Just intense wash tomorrow, hydrogen peroxide and ice. Washer will get it out, yes. Can you help this time? Yes. I am just waiting for you to make the first move. What does she mean I'm waiting for you to make the first move? She will wait till sleep. Shall we wait till sleep? So she pooped herself last night?
Yes.
And did you guys wash the sheets?
No.
So you guys slept in a bed full of poop?
Yes.
So when we go to the garage later for a search warrant, there's poop on the sheets?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. What are you guys waiting for till sleep? Shall we wait till sleep? Remember when you told me don't be a pussy when I kissed you? Yeah, brat. We will have to take care of the mess ASAP after we finish. We will have to take care of the mess. I thought she already pooped herself. What mess are you guys taking care of?
I don't know.
You're in charge of cleanup, okay. I can't tell if she's fallen asleep. It feels like it. Her feet are on my side. I wish she'd make the first move for once. Remember, you'll move up the ranks, plus you get perks in the black market since this is your first. Your first what? Isaac, what the hell happened? Tell me what happened, for real. Can we stop making up lies about these messages? What the hell happened last night?
Isaac did not admit to luring Grace to the McCulley house with the intent to kill her. He denied planning the murder, and he refused to acknowledge that the messages on his phone to Kiara, encouraging her to commit the murder, were sent by him. That is, until the detective read one message that did away with any ambiguity. It began, "I want you to kill her. End your suffering by ending her joy."
What do you mean here when you say that? Puggle, I am wanting you to kill her. You have to end your suffering by ending her joy.
I wanted her to just end it off. And I do mean what it means in that text.
You meant what it says in that text?
Yes.
Why? Come on, man. Help me make sense of all this, dude.
She was bringing great suffering to Kiara and
Who was?
Grace.
Grace was bringing great suffering to Kiara?
Yes.
And that's why you wanted Kiara to kill Grace?
It seems that both Isaac and Kiara believed, or claimed to believe, the story they told themselves about Grace Jennings. That she had somehow sold 14-year-old Kiara to a group of men. The video of the incident allegedly circulated online. It was this unsupported assertion that Isaac also made to the detective to justify the murder, though he fell short of revealing the secret operations of Ghost, the gang of vigilantes who he claimed to lead.
Hey, Isaac, you know it's illegal to plan killing someone, right?
Yes.
There's got to be a little bit of accountability for that. You understand that, right? So we are going to file paperwork. You are going to go to jail tonight, okay?
Isaac Apodaca and Kiara McCulley were charged with first-degree murder. 1 month after the murder, in November 2022, a judge found Kiara McCulley was not competent to stand trial. She was sent to the New Mexico Behavioral Health Institute in Las Vegas, New Mexico, to receive treatment. Only a month after that, however, a state evaluation found that she was competent, and so was rebooked into the Santa Fe County Jail in January 2023. After a pretrial hearing found sufficient evidence to continue with the murder charges against him, Isaac Apodaca initially accepted a plea deal, the details of which were not placed on the public record. That is because in November 2024, Isaac fired his attorneys and had the judge tear up the deal. He re-entered a plea of not guilty. A backlog at the state's crime lab initially set back the trial date by years. Now, with a new legal team that needs to get up to speed, the start date for Isaac's trial has been pushed back once more. In February 2025, however, Kiara McCulley made a deal. She pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in exchange for her future testimony against her former fiancé, Isaac Apodaca, should his case ever reach trial. She faces up to 30 years in prison under the deal, despite the downgrade in charges to second-degree murder. The deputy district attorney said the extra time is due to the brutality of the murder.
My performance tonight is in memoriam of my sister, Grace Jennings.
Grace Jennings is desperately missed by her loved ones. Her aunt, Catherine Jennings, told the Santa Fe New Mexican, "She was the laughter, she was the joy, the singing, the dancing. She was the friend, she was the sister, she was the daughter, the beloved niece, the cousin." She was just a beautiful soul with a lot of hope. And that was the tragic case of Grace Jennings. Thank you for joining me, and a special thanks this week to Phenom, Paul Spicer, Lauren H., Jake Kelly, and Bossiphus for becoming Sherlock Holmes members and joining our lounge. I'm Kevin. This is Just Thought Lounge, and I'll see you in the next one.
Be selective, doing all the research, keeping it objective, always been effective, can say he got a knack, pick of the litter, you see how Newton got his back, yeah, the content that you need, this could be a new sign, we talk in the comments, they jot in a few lines, tune in and hit like, love that, it's too kind, feels like the whole world is online for true crime.